Hello and welcome to West End Stage's 5-minute masterclasses. My name's Nick Barstow, I'm a musical director, and this is a 5-minute masterclass on how to cut a song for an audition. Most of the time when you go to an audition, the panel's not going to have time to hear a full song from you, so they'll ask you to prepare a cut. And what that means is a smaller excerpt of a song that you can sing in about 90 seconds, so roughly half the length of the original song. Now, in order to work, that cut has to do two things. It has to still tell the story of the song, so you can show your acting through song to the panel, and it also still has to flow musically, so it feels like a single continuous piece. Now, that may sound like an impossible task, but if you know what you're doing, it's really quite easy to make a good cut that works for you. So today I'm going to be looking at an older, legit musical theatre song called Mr. Snow from Carousel. This is particularly useful if you're auditioning for drama schools because they'll always ask you to prepare a legit musical theatre song in addition to a more modern contemporary song. And the good thing about legit musical theatre songs is they tend to follow the same structure as one another. So once you've cut one, you've got a good idea as to how to cut them all. So, legit musical theatre songs tend to have an introduction which sort of sets up the song and tells you what it's going to be about, and then it's got the main body of the song where the character explores the emotions of that song. So, first of all, knowing that you're going to want to cut your song roughly in half, get it printed on single sheets of A4. So here, Mr. Snow is 8 sides of A4, so I know straight away that I want to try and lose roughly about 4 pages from this song. Now, don't worry if you don't read music too well. The most important thing to remember is that the lyrics are going to be the primary thing that tell you where you can cut a song and where you can join it back together again. So you may want someone to check it over musically after if you're not super confident reading music, just to make sure that there are no key changes getting in your way or that there are no funny chords that are going to trip you up. But first and foremost, look at the lyrics and think of how you're going to tell the story, and that will be the most important thing. So the introduction of Mr. Snow is 4 pages long. So roughly, we want to lose about 2 of those. And now, it kind of goes without saying that the very start of the song is probably important, so let's assume we don't want to lose any of that. So let's look through and see where the first point is that we feel like the character's reached a conclusion, or there's the end of a paragraph that means we can make a cut and we won't lose the sense of the lyrics. So about halfway through the introduction, exactly where we would want it, there's this lovely phrase, "But now that I love him, my heart's in my nose, and fish is my favourite perfume." And if you sing it to yourself in your head or out loud, it sounds like a conclusion, the lyrics sound like a conclusion, so that's probably a safe place to make a cut. So, get a pen, and to show your pianist, your accompanist on the day, what to do, you're just gonna, at the end of that bar line, just draw a line straight up along it, and then bracket it off at the top and the bottom, like so. And then for the rest of the page that you're not going to use, just neatly, don't go overboard, just cross-hatch it out. Now, this kind of thing, pianists are used to looking at. So if your sheet music looks like this, they'll know exactly what to do, and you don't have to worry about them knowing what you're doing on the day. They will follow you, this will make sense to them. Just double check that page. You can see there's a word up here that we're not going to sing because it's part of the next phrase where we've made a cut. So just to be really clear, let's cross that out as well. And then there are absolutely no worries that your pianist won't be able to follow your cut. Now the next page of the introduction, we're going to lose altogether, so we can put that to one side for now. So the rest of the song, the main body, is 4 pages long. And again, breaking it down into little chunks, the beginning section is probably very important to the song, so we don't want to lose that. And also, we don't want to lose the end, because that's going to finish off the story, and also will likely contain lots of the vocally impressive material that will show you off, vocally as well as acting-wise, to the panel. So we need to think about how we can make a cut in the middle of this section. Looking through the lyrics, there's a nice simple spot again where it feels like a thought has finished, where she sings, "Driving to a cottage by the ocean side, where the salty breezes blow." It feels like the end of a thought, and also if you sing it out loud, it sounds like one as well. So it's probably a safe place to make a cut. So we're going to do the same thing again, do a little sort of close bracket sign, and then look for where to reopen the song. The final paragraph of the song in the lyrics starts, "Then I'll kiss him so he'll know." So let's just sing those two phrases side by side and see if they fit together. Where the salty breezes blow. Then it flows nicely, it makes a lot of sense. So we'll do a little open bracket there and crosshatch out the gap in between. Perfect. So there we've got an audition cut of the song that we've made mostly by looking at the lyrics, so we know it's going to tell the story. We've sung it through a little bit, so musically we think it's going to make sense. So all we need to do now is just take that sheet music together, have a practice, either at home on your own, try and get someone to make you a backing track online, or play it through yourself if you can, and you'll be ready to take your cut song to an audition and know that everything is going to go exactly as planned. That's a 5-minute masterclass on how to cut a song for an audition. Thanks for watching. Bye.